This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Not everyone is careful with your personal information, which might explain why there's a victim of identity theft every 5 seconds in the US. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity. If your identity is stolen, a US-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year by visiting lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
NBA fans, Central Division NBA fans, and fans of all our squads in Central Division, Chicago Bulls, Detroit Pistons, Pacers, Bucks, and my Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm your boy Tay here from the That's Rather Cavalier podcast with the homies in the building. The homie Ricky Sway representing the frustrated Chicago sports fans from the Chicago Bulls perspectives. And we got the duo from the Detroit boys, the post-game podcast representing the Detroit Pistons, all fans first sports network shows. Check them out. The homies June and B Falls. What's up, fellas?
What up? What up?
What up, though?
What's going on?
Let them know.
Let them know. I'm sorry.
That's y'all catchphrase.
Oh, it is the Cavs catchphrase. See, I don't even pay no attention, man. I don't get into catchphrases like C Red. You know, I don't get into that stuff. Man.
Oh, blanked us all out. That's crazy.
Wow.
Oh, for those listening on audio, we just put a red screen up because you know our Chicago homies was out here a couple weeks ago talking about C Red. I ain't heard from none of them since then. Really.
I'm here today, though. I'm here today.
You know what?
Hey, are you kicking it off with me?
No, we will. I was really just having the cold open and chopping it up with the homies real quick, man. You know, y'all got any sports life and hip hop, man. Y'all boys out there, man. I'm checking y'all on Instagram, man. Y'all into a lot of different things, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Y'all don't get no FCC fines or nothing like that.
Nah, man. No? Hey, man, we plug, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're jack of all trades, man. We talk all the walks of life. Hey, excuse me. Thank you.
Okay, I get it, man. I mean, I was watching the other day.
We're jack of all trades. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I get it. Like I said, I was watching y'all the other day. Y'all was talking to a mother that was working on the pole, and her daughter was up on.
Yeah. Hey, man, hey, man. So hey, man, we're here for the people. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
All people, not just sports fans.
Nah, we just here for the people. Everybody.
Give them what they want.
Everybody got a story to tell. Everybody got a journey. You know what I'm saying? We here for the people. You know what I'm saying? So
I can appreciate it, Rick, man.
I appreciate that.
hey, shout out to Ashton Hall.
Who is that?
The dude that be doing those daily routine joints. You know what I'm saying?
With the
putting
water.
His face in the water. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Shout out to some of the folks in the live chat, man. Luff, Krigor, y'all know him. He say just drive by Skull. I guess he a Viking fan.
Yeah, that's Dave. That's Dave from.
Oh, that's Dave.
Yeah.
Shout out Dave. I know Dave myself.
Right. So I'm like,
good guy.
But I mean, you posed a kind of a comment. You came up with a comment though, Tate. That was an exhibition that I saw against Miami. That's all it was. It wasn't a real playoff game. I mean, it was an exhibition, and you know what I'm saying, we had a bet, we had a wager over an exhibition game. That's all.
Yeah, but much past the wager. That's just a gentleman's bet, man. I'm talking about all the yapping and deep fear us, and we want the Cavs. I'm talking about that part of it, man.
Oh, you talking about that? We didn't hit our shots, and I mean, we're pooping for Coop now. Now we got a chance to get the number 1 pick. It was damned if you do, damned if you don't. So like now, instead of making the playoffs and getting ousted by the Cavs, because I didn't have the Bulls beating the Cavs.
No, you
now
did.
we got a chance to get Cooper.
You was in as a 6 or 7 as Miami's down almost 40 points in the quarter. I mean, which I need to look around this room and find my broom and just have it stand here with me,
Yeah.
Because I think that sweep is on the horizon. But June, B Falls, what's up with y'all, man? I'm not talking Pistons, I'm talking homies. What's up with y'all?
Oh, we good, man. I mean, Foster's always good. He's rich. I'm doing okay though. As long as I got a rich friend, I'm good.
Wow.
Falls, what's up? What's up with them Tigers, man?
Oh, we looking real good. First place. I think we got a 3-game lead right now. Just finished the 8-2 home team. So all is well on that end. Got some work to do as far as the Pistons are concerned, but that's how we get down.
Just had a draft and then NFL draft.
Yeah, they had a draft too. There was a lot going on actually.
Did y'all? I'm assuming y'all saw that 2-minute report, right, on the Tim Hardaway foul, right?
I didn't pay any mind.
I saw that I saw the statement put out by the referees, but by the league, but I've been kind of avoiding all social media coverage on it because it's all for none. It means nothing regardless. But tell me,
I'm past that.
No, they were basically saying that he got fouled, and I hate the 2-minute report. Like it's like, oh, we fucked up. So I'm sorry, we messed up, and you know what I'm saying? Basically saying that y'all should have got 3. Tim Hardaway should have got. Tim Bug Jr. should have got 3 shots.
He should, and you all right, slipping out a cuss word, man. No big deal. I got to say this, man. The Cavs is putting belt to ass, not belt, not behind. They putting it to ass right now. So, shout out to the homie bro man in the building, Jaime Carlo. Y'all seem to be a lot of the live chatters right now, but thanks for the support as always, man. Go ahead and ask your basketball questions. I'm sure we'll get answered. Bro man says facts. Hardaway was fouled.
Yeah.
A no call foul. Yeah, it was. And we're going to take a quick break. I'm just going to say this and we'll come back and talk about it. The Pistons are down 3-1, but they could easily be up 3-1.
Yeah.
Easily be up 3-1. So that's one of the things we'll talk about when we get right back. We'll go to break real quick. Go ahead and get our first of 2 breaks out the way. We'll be right back after this. If you hear with us on YouTube in the live chat, stay with us. We're not going anywhere. If you listen to the audio platform, be it Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, wherever you get your audio podcast, we have to hear a few words from our partners and advertisers, and we'll be right back after this. And we're back on the Central Division Showdown, FFSN's podcast between all of the Central Division partners, podcasting partners. We got Ricky Swade in the building, frustrated Chicago sports fans. And we got the homie June and B. Foss in the building from the post-game podcast, Detroit Pistons. I keep wanting to call them Bleachers to Speaker because that's their Detroit Lions channel. But, yeah, so check everybody out. But I made a statement. I want June and B. Foss to comment on it. But first, before we talk about the actual playoff teams, let's talk about
playoffs. Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Let's talk about the Chicago Bulls.
Pay in the red suit. That's classic. That's brand new.
Did you see Pay in the red suit? Did you see Pay there though?
Running back again. Let me see.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Yeah, that's payback there. He trying to get on as a grad assistant.
A grad assistant. Wow.
A grad assistant. Wow.
So hey man, what's going on in the world of draft prep? You queued it up perfect. You talking about now we got a chance at Cooper Flag. So what we thinking over there in Chicago, man? What's it look like a week and a half, 2 weeks after being out?
One of the things that I was really disappointed in is that they fired their shooting coach, and the Bulls fired their shooting coach, and rumor has it that they had there was a rift between him and AK. So and I forgot his name. Forgive me. Patton. But anyway, the shooting coach for the Bulls that helped Kobe and Pat Williams and Dalen Terry Tate, you know what I'm saying, which went from 25% to 35%.
Okay.
You can edit it, but he went up in his 3-point range. I think it was like 29, 30 to 35. But a lot of the players were disappointed and upset, disgruntled about firing him. And rumor has it that he had there was a he kind of challenged AK, the GM, and with that, AK made a decision and fired him and let him go, which I don't agree with.
Who's AK?
Our GM. I can't pronounce his last name.
Okay. I don't know him. So it sounds like if that's how it went down, he fired him because of a disagreement to him. It sounds like an ego thing. AK?
Yeah.
Is he a guy? I mean, he putting y'all together slowly. He getting y'all to the play in and out past few years.
Yeah, we're in Chicago, and I went to the game, and there was rumors that there was murmurs that people were extremely upset with just the plan. They were booing by the fourth quarter, and everyone's just tired of the play-in game. And we want to see, we need a direction, you know what I'm saying? And I know that we went back and forth about how they're ready, but in retrospect, when you think about it, and they played teams in the dog days of March of the NBA season where teams were sitting their players down, and the Bulls were chomping at the bit to beat these teams, you know what I'm saying? So their record was a little bit enhanced because a lot of teams sat their players down getting ready for the draft, and we benefited. It was fool's gold in that regards, and here we are.
Okay. No, I can respect that, man. I mean, because a few weeks ago it wasn't that, but now you've had a chance to reset and relook at things and
recalibrate,
recalibrate. That sounds about like what it was, man. I mean, and they're a good young team and they're on the precipice. I mean, that's why they keep getting to the play-in and then losing because it's a step each time. You think it wouldn't be 3 straight play-ins. You think, after 2 or 1, you get over that hump and get in the actual playoffs, take a couple L's. Then now, you got to take your lumps. Like if they lose and don't come back and win 3 straight, we can say the same thing to our Pistons homies right now. I mean, they had a great season. They JB turned them around, created a culture. Cade Cunningham is a beast. If not this year, he's an All-Pro moving forward. I know.
You mean all NBA?
Yeah, All Pros football. Yeah, All NBA moving forward. Thank you. And I said a few weeks ago, few shows back, might have been a month and a half ago now, that we're talking about the young. Remember that show we talking about the young players in the Central?
Yeah.
And I said I'd take Evan Mobley over Cade. I reconsider. I said that then. I'm saying now though. I reconsidered that. As of the playoffs, I would switch to Cade. But as of tonight, some of the plays I saw in this game, I'm back on Evan. He a 7-footer. He a game changer. And if he had the opportunity that Cade had to be the man on the team, he would be putting up ridiculous numbers too.
Would the team be as good though? He would get more opportunities, correct? But would he be able to carry a team to the playoffs like Cade?
Yeah, he would be.
Evan, whoa! Evan Mobley would be able to do that?
Yes. I mean, if Donovan Mitchell wasn't there, he would definitely be. He'd have more responsibility.
Yes.
So you think Evan Mobley would average 25 and 10?
Yeah, easy. He just averaged 18 and 9 right now. And he's like, what, the third option? Maybe second on a good night?
That's because he's getting 18 and 9 because he's not the focal point.
No, if he trust me, you'll see. You know what? Go ahead and put David.
No, I like it. I'm sorry, B. Foster. My bad.
No,
My bad,
but
my
yeah,
bad.
I mean, because the thing about it is the way they blitz Cade, the way they attack him. You think that Mobley would be able to create he would be able to create for others and withstand double teams on every play.
Kane handles the ball. Mobley's a big that can't handle the ball. Garland will be facilitating the offense, and that would be a duel that Mobley would eat all the time.
It's a guard league. I think that it doesn't play to his strengths really. It's
Right.
not like Mobley's pushing the ball up the court the way that Jokic can.
He does that, and he's capable. He just had to play. That's why I changed my mind again. He just had to play and went coast to coast, cross one of the Heat's best defenders, and just punched it home 2 hands over 2 people. Just in the first quarter.
So in the moment, you're like, all right, you know what? Never mind. He can do this every time.
The upside is incredible. You know what I mean?
He's tall. He's tall.
He's tall.
I mean, that's his whole point, that he's 7 feet tall. Like, I mean, I get it. Like,
but still, though, I bet he might even shoot a higher percentage from 3 than Cade Cunningham.
Volume, man, volume.
Yeah, it's volume.
And that's what Cade
shoots like 1 a game or something.
Right.
He probably shoot about 2 or 3 a game, but that's what Cade has over. He's a ball handler. He has a high usage. All those things, the offense is geared around him. That's what I'm saying. If Evan Mobley was the guy on his team, if not Donovan Mitchell, not Darius Garland, both ball dominant, both dominating the ball. If one of them was there playing with him, off him, then he would have numbers too. 24 and 10 is easy.
Having Donovan Mitchell plays to his strength.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that, they set him up for probably just bunnies throughout the game. Like, but it's neither here nor there. You know.
It is, but we'll see. I mean, I think they both all NBA performers in the future from here on out, for real. And then you talk about the other side of the ball too, though, with Evan Mobley. So DPOY,
defensive player of the year.
What'd you say?
Defensive player of the year, right?
Yeah, and he finished second.
Wild. That's wild.
Last year before, you know.
Oh, you don't agree with it?
Well, you know what? I didn't watch a lot of. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch a lot of Cleveland basketball, but Daniels had an amazing year, and it usually goes to the shot blocker, over the on ball guy that can guard, 4 positions. So I get that.
That's the thing. This year, all 3 of them was on ball guys, though. All 3 of them. Evan
Mobley can do everything.
Yeah, he can do everything. But I'm asking, Dyson Daniels played for who? Didn't he play for
Atlanta?
Atlanta. Yeah, nah.
He was tough, man. He gave everybody fits this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did. And he's sitting at home, and Mobley and Draymond still in the meaningful things. So I don't know, but so let's go to the Pistons and the Knicks series, man. What's going on with that series? I mean, we know what the series is, and I've already said it could easily be 3-1 the Pistons way. But what do you guys see that's the reason that it's not that?
Well, I think let me start off like this, and I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm not a Homer Simpson. I think the Pistons could ill afford going back to New York down 3-1. Every game has been within a bucket or 2 outside of game 1. So as easily as you can say the Pistons could be up 3-1, we could be down. I mean, that's how close the game's been.
But June, my retort to that, and you can finish, is that game 1 in the 4th quarter, y'all let a 21-0 run happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Y'all controlled that game in the 4th quarter. The other day, I wasn't watching it. I think that was the wedding was going on or something was going on. And I looked at the score, and y'all was up like 8 with like 6 or 7 minutes left. And y'all lost that game. So I'm just saying, y'all, it was close games because y'all let it get close, right?
I think that bodes towards my argument, because if you're building leads like that and losing them, the Knicks are doing something right. It wasn't just a fluke game 1. We're getting a lead in the 4th quarter, and they're marching back.
Experience. Yeah, I've said that previously.
and
Experience. You guys lack it.
it's you have to learn how to win in those situations. You can't take enough. I can't take away from the Knicks what they're doing and saying we're messing up. I just take it that they're taking the game from us. Game one, where the 21, we had a hand in helping them get to go on a 21-0 run, but at the same time, you have to close out games, and they've been closing out games, and we haven't. I'm not going to make any excuses. So it is what it is. Like I said, I don't even want to argue about the last second foul or no call, because like I said, we were up in that game. They were up 1, and I don't think it should have even gotten there. I mean, we had a nice, we missed some shots down the stretch. Cade turned the ball over in a key stretch of the game. A possession before that. It's just, things that we have to take care of on our end, instead of saying it should be 3-1. It could be 3-1 our way. It is what it is because of our mistakes. So
where's Malik Beasley?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll get to Beasley, but overall, well, yeah, no, you good. I mean, the Pistons were in a perfect situation. They had regained home. They had gained home court advantage. Going back to Detroit, and ultimately we lost two games by a combined 3 points, and we knew that the team was young and inexperienced, and we were going to have to take our lumps. But I mean, the Knicks had a lot going for them, especially in that last game. They hit a couple Hail Mary shots. Brunson got hurt. He was able to come back and with unfazed after a looked like a pretty bad ankle injury. But yeah, I don't like the way the Pistons came out the gate in that last game. We knew that we could ill afford to get off to a bad start, and we missed our first 10 threes. We had 10 turnovers in the first half. We took care of the ball better in the second half, but I think when it came down to it, the star power that the Knicks had just reigned supreme over us. Our role players have been very off and on. We've had games where Hardaway had 0 points, and then other games where he had 20. But when he had 20, Beasley couldn't get it going. Tobias Harris had 5 in game 4. He bounced back in game 5, but he got into foul trouble. So I would have loved to have Stewart in the series. Stewart has only played in game 1 at this point. And yeah, I feel like they said he's questionable for game 6. I'd have to imagine with everything on the line, he's going to at least give it a shot. But yeah, it's going to be an uphill battle. There's a 95% chance that the team that goes up 3-1 will eventually win the series. I don't like the fact that everybody's saying, "Oh, good season, it's over with." I know the team is going to fight, but it is an uphill battle, and I'm hoping that if we can find a way to steal a game in Madison Square Garden in those hostile conditions, you get the series back to Detroit. I think it gets interesting.
Yeah, that's how they have to look at it, have to view it. You take it one at a time. You can't bite off more than you chew. You can't eat 3 at once, Paul. But you can take them on one at a time, Man, that's a pause too, probably.
But and I feel like Beasley is definitely feeling. Just to speak on Beasley, I think he's definitely. I think he's trying to loosen up and try to stay cool in the situation. So he seems pretty unfazed on social media, and I think fans are kind of like, what do you like? Why are you so happy? Or he's trying to stay loose because he's I think he knows that he has immense work ethic, and he puts up more shots before the game, after the game than anybody. And I feel like fans are kind of getting on, are kind of on him. But I had a message and a statement prior to game 5 that like, we, as much as you've done to get us to this point, we need you to step up. He had a nice a nice string of jump shots in the second half, but he was non-existent in the first. I think he airballed. He's just been struggling. They've done a good job of closing out on him, forcing him to get to, forcing him to put the ball in the court, which is not his forte. And he just has not been able to get things going. But it's now or never. I think he had 15 points, but he just has not had a good series shooting wise so far.
Okay. I mean, so the next game is when?
Wednesday?
Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. What? So, Rick, what's your thoughts on that series?
Detroit and Knicks, I believe that
because real quick, much like yourself, the post game podcasters asked for this one now. I know that old saying said, "Be careful what you ask for." Sometimes, but now so that's happening with them too right now. But I see why the Pistons was handling the Knicks in the regular season, and I think it's the pressure and the different spikes and ups and downs of the playoffs that has them making turnovers and doing some of the things they're doing to the inexperience, like you said.
Well, Tate, you always bring up where I flip flop. Bring up the fact that I picked the Knicks, and I also
forgot, but if you picked the Knicks,
I didn't take the Knicks, and I also
Yeah.
stated that the Pistons are on the rise, and that this is a learning experience.
right?
Like I wouldn't take
I remember you
this.
saying that now. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't take this first round exit, and I think it will be a first round exit. I don't take that as a bad thing. I think there's a learning. Like you guys Cade has no experience playoff wise. So next year, you guys might win 50, 55 games easily. If you keep your core. I mean, I think that there's some fouls, obviously, but you can't rely on the refs calling you out, bailing you out for like game 4 with Tim Hardaway with the 3-point attempt. Like you can't rely on that. And you can't rely always on bully ball and intimidation. No one's intimidated by anybody in the playoffs. Overall, like the Pistons are good, yo. I think next year they should Foster and June should definitely be happy with what's to come. Like you guys have built a culture. You guys have a upper echelon superstar. Like Cade is definitely about to be top 10, top 15. So I mean it's nothing to sneeze at. It's nothing to really be upset about. I mean, I know you guys want to win, obviously. I know the fan base wants to win, but overall, you're on the rise. I mean, you went from 14 wins, 14 or 13 wins to
It was
now
14.
you're in the first round and you're knocking at the door. You're hanging in there with the Knicks, So I don't think it's nothing to be disappointed in.
It's definitely nothing to take for granted. I mean, it's a good season, like you said. They have built a culture. They look good. It's not over. They still got to play another game. I mean, and I think they can win that game. The hard part is winning 3 in a row. So all you can do is the next one. That's all you can do.
And winning the third game back in New York, like that's tough.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean it's tough. But it's all gonna be tough because you got to win every game now. But
I know we don't have. I'm sorry, Tay. I know we don't have anyone to represent Milwaukee, but you could be Milwaukee and have Glob.
Old guys.
Yeah.
Old guys. I mean,
and I want to say this, Tate. This is the matchup we asked for. I don't think we fare as well as close playing that Indiana team right now. They're on fire.
They are.
We had our chances versus the Knicks to make it real interesting.
You definitely did. That's why I say you either be up 3-1. From my perspective, I'm not giving the Knicks no credit. I'm saying a few tweaks here and there. Y'all don't have some of them turnovers and close the games. It's more on y'all than anything the Knicks did to me.
Yeah, but Indiana is looking really.
But the Pacers, I mean, the Bucks don't play no defense. I saw that last night.
Yeah,
they don't have no defender, no shutdown, no nothing. And I picked the Bucks, and so that's where I was wrong. I said the Pacers was going to regress too at the very beginning of the year. And to me, it's still a regression if they don't get as far as they did last year. They got the Eastern Conference Finals last year, And if they win and the Cavs win, that's going to be the matchup next. So you know I'm not picking the Pacers again in that one. But yeah, the Bucks. I mean, what I did say, Giannis is going to do it by himself. Giannis can't do it by himself, but Giannis is trying. Giannis is the only player to go 4 straight playoff games with 30 and 12 and shoot 60% from the field. Crazy. All that's being wasted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then Dame wasn't looking good. And he got hurt.
Bobby, prayers up for Dame. Prayers up for Dame. Prayers up. Like he might not play next year.
He sounded positive today when they talked to him about he's ready to get right back to work and get to it. So
that's a whole year.
Sounds good.
It's a whole year.
It sounds good.
I mean, he's no spring chicken now. This guy.
Yeah.
What did he break something?
Achilles.
Oh.
Yeah, Achilles. He like 33.
Yeah, that's gonna be a year.
It's a whole year.
And he tore it in the playoffs. So
yes,
a year from now is the next playoffs.
Right. So he gonna be 35 before he get back cooking if he gonna cook again.
Yeah.
Right.
But the Bucks, like I was saying, Bobby Portis can't move laterally. Brook Lopez, they hunt him.
Kyle Kuzma. Oh.
Kyle Kuzma's terrible.
Shout out to Flint. I got some Flint buddies.
That's where you at, June and Flint?
No.
Oh, okay.
Don't do me like that.
Oh, see, now you played them when you said.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I know that list.
I got a couple homies up there. That's why I just want.
I got some homies there. I got a bunch of homies there, so that's why I said it. They watching and they listening. So
right. But nah, man. So I was just saying that Milwaukee would be better off just trading Giannis. Get to Hall and rebuild. For real.
It's might be some dark times for the next couple of years, but
devil's advocate, you don't come across a Giannis talent too often. So for them to we're gonna cash in on Giannis. Like, I mean, what makes you think that they'll get back to the promised land? You know what I'm saying? Like Glenn Robinson's not walking through that door. You know what I'm saying? Ray Allen's not walking through that door. Sam Cassell's not walking through that door. You know,
Glenn is walking through that door, but it ain't Glenn Robinson.
which is why you get rid of Giannis, not get rid of him. That's a fine for me.
Landline. Keep a landline.
Oh yeah, I got the old school phone ring now. definitely OG.
Yeah, for sure.
But nah, man, but that's why though, Rick, because none of them guys are coming through, and no other stars are coming through there. Dame is done. Dame taking a bag, sitting out now. Giannis, you see what he's doing by himself with no help. Brook Lopez is back. Taurean Prince is back. Man, they just need to go ahead and let it sink for a year or two. Get all kind of draft capital and young players back for Giannis. Houston to take him and give up 3 good young players.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Smith probably, and somebody else, not Jalen Green, but a couple other players. They might even give up Sengun for Giannis.
Yeah.
They were talking about not extending him at first. So
yeah. So put him down there with Jalen Green and Udoka, and they're gonna play defense. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's a lot of ways we could go, but I think the Pacers have that one. The Pistons still room for them because I picked them, especially now since Rick then patted himself on the back. Like I picked the Knicks early, so I'd love for the Pistons to come back. But he's still on to something though with the experience. Y'all just would have gained valuable experience.
And what he said about the bumps and bruises, they got to take some. They got to learn from this, and it's probably one of those things that's got to happen in order for them to progress. You know what I'm saying? So they got to take them.
It's part of the process.
Part of the process.
And when you talk about bully ball, easy to say that you can't, that doesn't factor into the playoffs, but our biggest enforcer hasn't played more than 20 minutes the whole series. So that was a major part in the identity of that mindset.
No, yeah, Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not so much bully ball. I mean, it's just the way y'all play with physicality,
Yeah, yeah,
you
not
know.
bully.
And sometimes the offense gets in the rut, but I would say it's because that lack of second ball handler taking Cade off ball. They're down the stretch. All defense is geared towards him. You had another guy in there that was a true playmaker, a true, 7, 8 assist point guard in there. They can do some things. The offense will run smoother, and you see it be more motion, more action. Right now it seems like bully ball, Rick, because they got Cade, Tobias Harris, Duran. Everybody in there is smashing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
That
Schroeder has had a good series.
yeah.
He didn't have a great last game, but
That's the
he
only one though for the series. He's been pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Schroeder's been good.
Yeah, the last game he wasn't so much,
right.
but
Yeah.
And Brunson hurt his ankle trying to hook his leg. Like he messed himself up on that play. Just speaking of Schroeder, like that was goofy, but whatever.
he was getting ripped.
Yeah, that's exactly what was happening.
Yeah.
And it was a loose ball, and he tangled himself up trying to hold Schroeder up. So
Fellas, can we now focus on Tate's Cleveland Cavaliers? Can we ask
I'm
some
sure he's
questions?
been chomping at the bit.
He's been chomping at the bit. He's waiting.
Not really. I don't have a lot to say about him, really. You know what I mean?
hasn't had much to say all year. It's like, well,
Yeah,
we had
yeah.
another.
Let him know. Let him
Yeah,
know, right?
another undefeated week, all except for that 4-game losing streak. But no, I was just gonna say the defense is just, and I like Schroeder a lot. Just somebody a step above Schroeder to be a starter. And I think now you really cooking with.
Well, we were hoping that would be Ivy.
Right.
Yeah, he's still yet to be a part of the real true mix. So yeah, you're right.
Yes,
He might
that's
get
what
traded
we
in
were
the
hoping. That
offseason. He might get traded in the offseason.
Ooh,
we said that going into this season that it was a possibility. So yeah, that's not far fetched.
I was all for it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I was all for it. I don't think he meshes well with Cade. Him and Cade don't go.
They don't seem to.
yeah, I know. I
They were
haven't.
playing good early though.
He
This year-
needs the ball. He has improved his outside shooting, but he just doesn't flourish well as a spot up. He's not a movement. He's not a guy that can, go off screens or cut to the rim on back. That's just not. He likes to have the ball in his hands.
He's Zach LaVine. You know what I mean? Type. I mean, he needs the ball. He's what, 6'5"? You know what I mean?
Nah,
like
he
I
not
said,
even 6'5".
change his usage. Switch out his usage with him looking for a shot, not being able to pass, with somebody that's looking to pass and not looking to score, but can score. Just change those two archetypes up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would have loved to see him play a full season and really get a chance to just develop more. So it's unfortunate. So I mean, if he does get traded, I think there's always going to be an if of where he was headed that this season, because he had a couple game winning shots. A couple of them were with Cade out, So would have loved to have him. He'd be playing, and Ron Holland would be sitting on the bench right now. 19-year-old guy that Cade had to push off of
the YN was very
he would have been able to he would have had his opportunity to learn without being thrown into the fire.
You know what? I've had like 8 shows in a row by using this word. You can use it, Foster. He wanted to get a lather in. He wanted to get a playoff lather.
Right. Yeah.
Let him get a lather in. Let him get his feet wet. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, So
that's definitely what it is.
No, Diddy. You got to chill.
Yeah, we in my studio tonight, Jack.
Right.
I ain't got my soundboard today. All right, you got it.
Well, yeah, man. So, man, the Pistons are on the up and up regardless. So,
yeah,
I mean, hope they come back and make a series of it, but they're on the up and up regardless. But okay, we'll go ahead and take our last break real quick, and we'll come back and get into the Cleveland Cavaliers and what they got going on, and we'll go ahead and each have some parting shots or parting thoughts and get out of here. Trying to get out of here in about like the next 15 minutes or so. So you watching on YouTube, stay with us. We haven't really I haven't checked the live chat. I'm running this thing right now. Rob Lightfoot here still. Bruh Man here. Yeah, y'all like the only two consistently commenting. But anyway, we appreciate you. But we're gonna take a quick break. So watching on YouTube, fellas, stay here. Be right back. If you listen on audio platform, have to hear a few words from our partners and advertisers. We'll be right back after this. And we're back on the Central Division Showdown. I'm your boy Tate from That's Rather Cavalier podcast with Ricky Sway from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan and his sports life and hip hop channel. Check them out. Follow them on Instagram. Give them a follow. You got all kind of different content. We never know what's coming from that show, but
Yeah.
It's entertaining to say the least.
Yes.
Appreciate it, fellas. Appreciate it.
Homie June and B Foss in the building as well from the post game podcast. I tell you, I keep saying I want to say, but then Foss leave the room, turn off his camera, and got the bleachers speaker up there.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, but fellas, all right, man. So I'm gonna turn over the reins. Let y'all go ahead and take over now and pepper me with questions about the Cavaliers.
Well, let me ask you this now. They're after it's over. They're gonna win tonight and complete the sweep. Who is next? The winner of who?
The Pacers and the Bucks.
Milwaukee.
And I think that's when the East heats up as far as excitement. I think I can't stand the Pacers. Can't stand them. Don't like them. But I think that's going to be a good series versus Cleveland. Their confidence is through the roof. Like they really think they're one of them. So that's going to be a great series. I think Indiana ends this series versus Milwaukee soon. I think they win the next game. I think they win 4-1, and then it's a showdown between Cleveland and Indiana. How do you feel going into that series there, Tate?
I feel confident. I think Indiana is better than I gave them credit for. Everybody hitting everything, man. But difference being with that, man, the Cavs play defense. Milwaukee cannot. You know what I mean? I mean, Milwaukee don't have a DeAndre Hunter or Isaac Okoro or, Evan Mobley, with the on switching playing help side defense with Jared Allen guarding the basket. I mean, Cleveland is a top 6 or 7 defensive team, along with being the number 1 offensive team in the NBA. So, I gotta believe that Indiana won't look like they are against Milwaukee Bucks right now.
You know who's a sneaky person on that team is the Nembhard guy.
He is.
He's like very quiet, but he'll hit 17, 18 on you, and they're usually clutch baskets. So
no, I like Nembhard.
Yeah,
he came up in Boston, didn't he?
Yeah, he was one of those players. I was like, he looked good in the Pistons uniform next to Cade. Like he would be. I would like that.
But he that 3 and D guy. You hoping Dalen Terry can be, but I don't know.
No. Wow. But anyway, the bench for Indiana's good. I don't like Halliburton. I don't like him. But anyway,
I tell you what though, I think that's a matchup the Cavs gonna seek out. They're gonna hunt Halliburton. Because even though he can shoot the 3 and he can distribute, he's a playmaker. But I no disrespect to you, Halliburton. You over there bumping your gums against Dame. Dame just not healthy right now. We know if Dame was 100%, we know what it is, Halliburton. some of that Paul George would be going on right now. But the Cavs gonna hunt that out though. They're gonna put him in the pick and roll with Mobley or Garland or whoever in one of the bigs, and just I think that's going to be something they're going to exploit.
Yeah, Mitchell gonna have a field day versus.
I can see that. The Cavs are up 82-38 right now in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think Miami's like, let's just go home.
Cancun, 1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Yeah, roll up the mattress. It's time to roll.
Well, what is that? That's a 45-point lead, 84.
I mean, they probably won't even. I mean, you're up 45. They're not going to score 45 in a quarter, so it's over.
Yeah,
right.
They have to succumb. Nah, it's over.
So and Darius Garland's missed the last 2 games. The last one and this one.
yeah. I was gonna ask you, Tay, what was your thoughts where there was a little exchange between Hero and Garland was like, "Yo, we seeking out Hero," and then he sits out. I didn't like that.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
He
that's
sat
weird.
out. Yeah, he was talking trash. He was like, "Yo, we looking for Hero on the pick and roll, like anytime we pick." And then Garland sat the game out. And I'm not saying that they needed him, but you can't talk trash and then.
Well, you talk trash, and then the trainer say, "Oh, you sprained your toe," and the coach say, "We're not going to play you because there's more games for it. We up 2-0. We're going to sit you. Oh, we went up 3-0. We're going to get you another day rest in."
The optics are bad.
But the optics are bad. Not only that, you don't think Garland can check them and say, "No, I'm good. I can suit up. I'm all right."
No, not for the playoffs. Coach's decision, man.
I mean, they do have a ring on the line right now. I mean, it would be bad to do that.
Yeah, I mean, to play him and then risk further injury, and now you out against Indiana, potentially Boston. No, you go ahead and let him get rest against Miami. Everybody know, just like I said, Halliburton, Tyro Hero going to get sought out and get hunted too. He one of them defenders. So even though he's talking, it's not like we didn't know what's going to happen. It happened the first 2 games.
My question to you, Tate, is what are your thoughts? And I'm sure you've been watching the Cavs closely. What are your thoughts on Ty Jerome being the next Klay Thompson? Like, he's emerged. Like, he's been hooping in the playoffs. That first game, he had 29 points, 28 points?
Yeah, 28 points. Yeah, one of the top 5 playoff debuts for somebody off the bench.
Yeah.
Up there with your boy Ben Gordon might be the one ahead of him on the list.
Yeah.
But nah, Klay Thompson, that's too much.
I know that's too much, but I'm just saying.
If you said Kobe White, I might agree with you. Like, okay, now
relax.
Now we're getting a true comp.
Nah, Ty Jerome is not Kobe White, dude. Relax. He ain't Klay Thompson. I'm just saying he was on fire like him. But Ty Jerome, what are your thoughts? Like, he emerged. Like, I saw him, and I know he's a 6-man candidate, but he lost. I mean, he lost to Pritchard, but like, Ty Jerome is hooping. That's another guy on the bench.
Yeah, we got guys on the bench. I mean, I'm seeing this playoff series right here. Kenny Atkinson is one of the few guys that's still going 9 and 10 deep, 8 and 9 deep with his rotation. Mm-hmm. I mean, but Ty Jerome has been a find because he was at Golden State. He didn't play a lot. You knew he was good because we went to Virginia, the one national championship. He was up there for player of the year and all that kind of stuff. But, you don't think not every hooper in college is a hooper in the NBA.
Right.
You know what I mean? You get some guys that's like, oh, he was good in college, but Jimmer Fredette, Christian Layman, Bobby Hurley, and they usually those are Adam Morrison. I mean, there's a trend there. I'm not gonna say what it is, y'all.
Yeah, that's crazy. That list is wild, but they were all really good though.
Really good. We talking player of the year type peeps up there, Champion. But yeah, man, Ty Jerome is one of them. He didn't play 2 games last year, hurt all year. He came back this year, and now he's gonna get a bag next year somewhere. Hopefully, he wants to stay in Cleveland because it's a good fit. But yeah, so Ty Jerome is a great guy to have come off the bench and run your second unit because he can facilitate and score. And I made mention to it last week when nobody from Frustrated Chicago showed up after the loss to Miami. I ain't seen Q, I ain't seen Pay. Thanks for showing up, Rick. Really, we really appreciate it. But that the Pistons can use Ty Jerome though. Somebody like that. I ain't saying Ty Jerome. Somebody like that though. That archetype.
Yeah. The beauty is that next year we're immediately a deeper team. Stu comes back, Ivy comes back. We figure out what we do with Tim Hardaway, and Asar Thompson gets an opportunity to have a full off season where he's cleared to play. I mean, that dude is a jump shot. That dude's a jump shot away from being a multi-time all-star.
Him and his brother are beasts. And all those things are true, and all those players should have a jump next year. You still don't got that piece that I'm talking about, though.
What, a score off the bench? I mean,
not score off the bench. Talking about somebody to help facilitate, truly help facilitate.
Ivy is a good passer. He's just turnover prone.
He's score first mentality.
I wouldn't say that. I've been
really watching for y'all. Watch him at Purdue though, and he wasn't a facilitator like that. He was a scorer. Go get a bucket.
He was playing. Who was he playing with though?
Right, that dude that just left this year. That just played this year. The dude that
Zach.
No, he was playing with Zach Edey, but the dude he just the guard, Braden Smith, ain't that his name?
Braylon Smith, Braylon Smith been there like 18 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was there when Ivy
was he good though?
No.
What is he talking? Because he might have played with Edey, but that was like Ivy been in the league for what, 3 years now?
This is
I don't think he was playing with Edey. If he
played with Edey, man.
At the tail end, if it was,
I ain't saying it was like they had a 2-3 year run. He played with Edey though. I'm certain.
Hey, Big Pun has a comment, and I'm an old school guy, and I was a DePaul fan back in the day with Rod Strickland and Dallas Comegys. They were very good. DePaul was one of those teams, man. DePaul was one of those teams.
Yeah, I agree with you. DePaul was a beast. I remember Mark Aguirre, but yeah, Rod Strickland, Dallas Comegys.
I can answer this question though, since it's Chicago.
Go ahead.
DePaul they don't have a pipeline. They had a pipeline back in the late 90s, early 2000s, but they don't have a pipeline for the blue chippers. That's why you never see the city, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't get D Rose. Think about it. D Rose didn't go to DePaul. He could have. He was right next door. He ended up going to Memphis. DePaul did a bad job in recruiting. But there's a ton of talent. Pat Beverly, he didn't go to DePaul. You know what I'm saying?
Arkansas, like what?
Yeah, like he went to Arkansas. DePaul they do not have a pipeline that gets them into their college, you know what I'm saying, their program. So
why is that? We were talking about that a few weeks ago on one, I think the homies overtime. Like just the old, like when Georgetown was good, when some of them teams in the old Big East, St. John's is back. St. John's is even better next year. But just some of them old brands that was small schools but really good at basketball, we don't see that much anymore.
Got to build a culture,
the NIL is taking over, and that's the major reason why some of the because the Big East is basically Catholic programs that they don't have the funding as a blue blood like a Kentucky, like a Duke, North Carolina. Those programs don't have the the dinero, the money, the long money that you need to get these 5-star athletes. So,
but they wasn't doing that before NIL though.
I know, but they didn't have the right structure involved to get those players. Like the Quentin, Bobby Simmons, and Lance Williams era, Paul McPherson. You know what I'm saying? Those that they had, like they had someone to spark it. I think Bobby was the one that started, and Quentin. I think Quentin followed suit, and either or edit. But once they came, then a lot of people came. You know what I'm saying? The Chicago talent came.
What's they what?
Oh yeah, never mind. Pause.
He was on that. He wasn't letting that slide.
Yeah.
Hey, but y'all are all right. I mean, I think part of the problem, and the two schools that I mentioned, DePaul and Georgetown, they were loyal without to a fault. Went from John Thompson, then somewhere in there, John Thompson's son came in there. Same thing with DePaul. Was it Ray Meyer, the old
Ray Myers?
Yeah, and then his son came in there, and they never took it to the levels that their fathers had it at. And from there, Patrick Ewing tried. I mean, I don't know who else been at DePaul, but DePaul and Georgetown were two giants.
Hey, I got a question for June and B. Foster. When was Detroit Mercy? When were they powerhouses? Were they ever?
Yeah, they were.
Shout out to Willie Green. Shout
When,
out to Willie Green.
when
When
Big
were
Willie
they
Green.
powerhouses?
Big
Big
Mike
Mike
Down
was
was them
there.
back in the day, they was pretty good.
Tell them,
Detroit
June,
Mercy,
old school.
okay.
Let them know, old school.
But DePaul is what conference? Weren't they in big
Big
conferences
East.
though?
It was
Well, they were in
Yeah.
Conference USA and then Big
So
East.
like we're in the UAD is in the Horizon League, so they're not competing with Michigan State. OU gets more players than
Oh,
OU
I
is
know. Wait, y'all call it U of D, not Detroit Mercy no more?
always
Yeah.
been UAD. Oh, UAD to us, anyways.
it's Detroit Mercy.
Well, because you would. Well,
See?
yeah.
Okay.
No, it's called Detroit Mercy, but they even have a high school called Detroit Mercy, and they call it UAD.
Okay.
Yeah, and then since y'all throw them in there, I gotta put some fallen Ohio Giants out there.
Young
Why?
Sam.
You don't have to do that.
You see in the Dayton Flyers, y'all know they used to be good too.
Man,
Obi Toppin.
I was a big Cincinnati fan, man. What was my guy? My guy name? He was
Steve Logan.
Damon Flint when he was the point guard.
Damon Flint, yeah.
That was Coach Huggins' teams. They were
Nick
all
Van Exel.
Nick
Van Exel. Oh my God.
Kenyon Martin.
Kenyon
They
Martin.
was number one seed. Kenyon Martin got hurt.
I think Stevens didn't.
Danny Fortson.
Danny Ford. Okay, Reed.
The big stuff.
College then.
Yeah. I was a Cincinnati fan.
Yeah.
I like the Bearcats.
They were Team Jordan too, by the way. Jordan.
Yeah.
Brand.
Oh yeah, they are Jordan Brand or were Jordan Brand.
They
too.
were Jordan Brand.
And then they were still good though. They still not bad. They ain't falling as far as Georgetown DePaul.
No, DePaul is trash.
DePaul is
non-existent.
Georgetown tries every now and then to be.
And then Xavier in Ohio is always good too. So,
Xavier had some teams back in the day too.
Yeah.
David West.
David West, yeah.
David West, yeah.
But all right, so let's go ahead and get ready to wrap it up. First, our last final predictions. Everybody, remind us who you picked in each series, real quick. Go ahead, Rick.
I did have the Knicks in 7. I think it'll still go 7. I had Knicks in 7. I still got the Pacers. I had picked originally the Pacers. Pacers probably a win in 5. And I still got the dub. My biggest surprise was the Dubs over the Dubs over the Rockets, and I'm looking pretty smart on that one.
Okay. The Lakers, Minnesota.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was wrong about the Lakers. Minnesota's gonna win in 6.
Wow, they're gonna win the next game. The Lakers will win one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other one in there that we're missing? Oh, the Clippers, Denver.
I had Clippers. I still believe Clippers will win in 6.
Okay. B False, what about you, man?
We picking the remaining.
I mean, we just reminding each other of who we picked and how it's looking.
Oh, honestly, I don't know who I picked. Did I make selections?
You picked the Pistons.
I picked the Pistons, of course.
You picked Cleveland.
Yeah. Well, let them know who I picked. This shit, I don't know.
and you picked Indiana.
Did I pick Indiana?
You picked Indiana. I don't know who you picked out west.
I don't even know if I picked Minnesota to beat LA.
No, I don't think anyone did, to be honest.
Austin doesn't like the Lakers, so he probably did. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I wouldn't cloud myself too much on that. But yeah, either way. Golden State. Who Golden State got? They're playing Houston. I probably picked Golden State. I said that they weren't ready. The Grizzlies are playing.
Everybody picked OKC.
They lost the play-in, didn't they? No.
They got smacked by OKC 4-0.
OKC. You picked OKC.
Yeah, for sure. And then with Houston and LA, I probably flipped a coin on that one.
Denver and the Clippers.
Oh no. Yeah, Denver Clippers. I probably flipped a coin. I might have edged Denver just because of Jokic. So.
Yeah.
Okay. June, you remember who you picked? I'm glad you helped False. So
Yeah, because I was going.
Yeah,
I was struggling.
definitely. I picked OKC. I picked Golden State over Houston. I didn't think they were ready. I picked Denver, and I picked the Lakers. And in the East, I picked Cleveland, Boston, Detroit, Pacers.
Okay. And mine, real quick. I know I'm losing Detroit. I'm losing the Lakers, but I even said that Minnesota even though they made the Eastern Conference Final last year, they didn't have a good season because of health and everything else. Minnesota was my sleeper, and just so happened they had to play the Lakers, who it wasn't. I didn't think Minnesota could win. I'm picking the Lakers because I'm rooting for the Lakers because I like LeBron. And so now I would still probably pick the Lakers, but that's why I definitely went with the Lakers with little or no thought to that pick. But I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota can make it back to the Western Conference Finals.
The MVP of that Minnesota team, if you want to look outside of Anthony Edwards, is Jaden McDaniels. He has been balling.
Yeah,
both ends of the court.
Yeah.
He has. I agree.
Yeah.
So yeah, I picked the Lakers there. That's my losers. I picked Golden State for all the same reasons. Like Houston's not ready yet, and they playing a team of veterans. They playing Chef Curry and Hemi Butler, playoff Hemi, however you want to call him. So I picked Golden State in that one. I picked the Clippers to beat because I felt like Denver going into it, too much change. Coach got fired.
At the end of the season, yeah.
I wasn't expecting much from them, but that's 2-1, 2-2. I don't remember, but I picked the Clippers. And the last one out west.
OKC. Did you say that?
I picked OKC. All right. In the East, I picked Cleveland, Boston. When I picked the Pistons, that one's looking tough. And the last one, I picked the Bucks. So yeah, I'm not doing too hot unless the Central Division teams turn it around for me.
It's all good. Cleveland doing.
Oh, sheesh. That sounds like some stuff on Sports Life and Hip Hop.
What?
I said, unless the Pistons turn it around for me.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. I ain't got my soundboard, man.
I might have to go ahead and hit myself with the no Diddy, man.
Hey, yo.
No Diddy again.
No Diddy. You got to chill.
Yeah, man, that was a double whammy. But yeah, fellas, so go ahead and plug wherever you got going on. What's up, man? We go ahead and get out of here. Thanks everybody in the live chat for checking us out. And whatever these dudes talk about, check it out because it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting, and we all connected, supporting each other because it's enough out here for everybody to eat. So don't hate on nobody. Just show love everywhere.
Absolutely.
So whoever want to go first, just take over.
You can find me and B Foster on Bleachers and Speakers on YouTube, and you can also that's for Detroit Lions coverage, that's for the Pistons coverage, that's for Tigers coverage. You can also listen to us anywhere you can listen to a podcast. Just type in Post Game Podcast FFSN or Bleachers and Speakers FFSN or Corner to Copa FFSN. Corner to Copa FFSN. And those cover basketball, baseball, football from Detroit. Just check us out, man. We need those subscribers, man. We're getting close to our goal. If you are subscribed, like, share, comment, keep us in the algorithm. If you're not subscribed, you're wrong.
Hey, let me say this to the people watching on Know It All's channel, and this me and June's already talked about. We're gonna figure something out here in the near future, man. We can kind of collaborate on some different stuff, man, and just get some different content out there. So, I like what y'all doing over there, SLHA Sports Life and Hip Hop, man. Let's try and connect on some stuff too every now and then, man.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Check us out, Sports Life Hip Hop, YouTube, TikTok, Sports Life Hip Hop, IG. I'm also representing Frustrated Chicago Sports. I mean Network. Shout out to Pay, shout out to Q, shout out to all the guy Harry, JJJ. You can catch us Sports Life Hip Hop. You can catch us anywhere. Probably collab with one of y'all in the near future. We talk to everybody. Random content, not just about sports, even though we're very knowledgeable about sports. Um, Check us out, Sports Life Hip Hop. You're gonna like what you see or when you go on our page. So you know what I'm saying.
For
So
sure.
For sure.
definitely gonna like what you see. So check us out. Shout out to my guy Zeke who's not here today. But yeah, that's it.
Nah, love sports life and hip hop, man. It's a mixture, like you said, some of everything. You got some sports, you got some culture, you got some double X going on. just, just
Still
check it
haven't
out.
been
You
fined.
got,
Still haven't
hey,
been
hey, you
fined.
got, you got,
Triple X.
hey, man, look at this Joker, man. I don't even know what he's talking about, but just the fact that he out there,
Oh, I'm sorry.
You got the worst cousin in history.
man. Oh, he said and Tiff, and I like Tiff, so I'm gonna shout her out. That's what you
Yeah, I'm
said.
sorry, and Tip. My apologies. I didn't mean to leave anyone out.
So, all right, man. All right, never mind. So, yo, Tate, what happened to your Washington boys? You were helping. Oh man, them jokers, man, they kind of fell off. We're gonna see if we could get it back started going into this off season and stuff. I mean, because they got to be hyped, man, for the Command Time podcast or Washington Commanders podcast because they was hyped when they was going to the playoffs and stuff, and I think they got too excited to do a podcast because they hadn't seen nothing like that since they probably was like in high school.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I get it, but we're gonna see if we can, drum that thing back up when this offseason really gets going into training camp and stuff, man. So we'll see what's up with them because them the homies. Shout out to the homies, Keenan and two. But yeah, B Falls, anything you want to say, man? You already talked about your Tigers early doing good. Go ahead and tell us about your baseball part. I know June mentioned it, but tell us about it, man.
Yeah, Corner to Copa is the name of it. We do a live show every Sunday recapping the week. And like I said earlier, first place right now, 3-game lead. We're up on the Houston Astros by 1 run. And it's been a good year so far. I'm pleased with what I'm seeing so far.
Nice. Rick, you a Cub guy or White Sox guy, man?
Neither. I'm a New York Mets guy.
Okay. I heard you talk about that before. And
Yeah, I'm a Mets guy.
they doing good so far, ain't they?
Yeah, best team in the MLB, man.
I was gonna say one of the few teams that have a better record than the Tigers.
Against the Padres?
Yeah, we're better than Padres.
Yeah. Thanks.
Tigers got them out here.
Thanks
We
for
got my
us.
Boricua brother Francisco Lindor. We got Juan Soto killing. We got we looking good. We ain't got to talk about that.
What time?
Alonzo, whatever.
Peter Alonso.
What time? is the show
Polar Bear. We looking good, yo. So
You said what, June?
Brother man, do you ask what time Sunday for your show?
Oh, around 6 o'clock normally.
Eastern time.
Eastern.
Oh, see, he gonna have a problem with that. Y'all running into the know-it-alls, man.
I think we were recording the same time.
But nah,
Catch it on the replay.
go and jump over there and hit the like, man. We'll go ahead and let you go ahead and check them out for 15, 20 minutes, man. We know where your heart at, beef. I mean, bro, man. Go ahead and show Beef Falls some love, man.
That's crazy.
But yeah, man. All right. Well, I'm supposed to do a podcast with Pay this Friday. So check out. Not because we know Pay will be there or not, but because we're doing the homies podcast this Friday.
What team will he be representing?
On the homies, man. Not the homies overtime, because we talk about everything on the homies overtime. On the homies, he represents the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh boy, I just wanted you to say that. I knew that.
Yeah, he knew. He
just wanted to put that out there.
Pay has a diverse portfolio.
Yeah, 2-team Tommy. Okay.
But nah, man, he was in he was in the spot where how it went down, where I was doing the show, man. I needed some guys that wanted to be involved in new sports and stuff like that. So the homie B Dirt, he loves the Bengals, and now he parlayed that to he's the guy with the running through the jungle. You know what I mean? And that's how Pay got his foot in the water of frustrated Chicago sports fans. So it's turned into something for everybody, man. Where we just, like I said, trying to just get out here and do more, and
Can you put the last comment up, and I'll answer that. Brother Man to You says, thought Pay was Chicago. So what happened? He is a diehard Chicago fan, but he's also a frustrated Baltimore sports fan as well.
Ain't no reason to be frustrated. Baltimore said they can't win in the playoffs.
Right.
Frustration is frustration.
Yeah, but they make the playoffs. Chicago ain't made the playoffs since when?
Oh wow. I didn't want to do that, but
yeah.
We talking.
That's the name of the show, man. Frustrated Chicago sports fan, man. I wasn't,
Although this year it might be a turn because the Bears are looking good, man.
The Bears are looking good. Had a great draft. I have nothing against the Bears. It's just some of the Bears fans, and mostly just Pay, not even Bears fans, mostly Pay, because he always come on there. He find a way to try and hate on the Steelers and stuff like that. So,
well, you don't take anybody that has two teams personal, man. You just ignore what they have.
No, but I say that to say he came on and represented Baltimore because we were doing the AFC North thing. He since took it and y'all do the NFC North thing. You know what I mean? It kind of bit my copyrighted idea. It should be some in there that shouldn't be allowed. But y'all got a good thing going over there too. But that's where the idea came from and where Pay brought it from, so he could be talking about his home team. So I can appreciate that. But fellas, man, we about to jump on out of here. I never jumped in it. We about to
Whoa.
we about to get on out of here, man, to next week. Hey, Rick, thanks for. Hey, man, I gotta have. That's your phone number I got, right? When you sent me.
Yeah.
Because when me and Foss was talking, I was going to text you the link because, man, are you on the Slack?
Huh?
No. Right about this backstage.
All right, backstage.
That's backstage talk.
Yeah. We're about to go ahead and get out of here. Thanks everybody for joining us. We see you next week on who's hosting next week?
It would be Pay.
Well, we might not be here next week. We might be on one of the other channels. But we'll know more next Monday. But until then, shout out everybody. Thanks for joining us. Peace.